morning, 107 students. All right, the rest of this chapter is now on things that we can do, maybe some you specifically can do to fight climate change. So that's just a picture of ice breaking up. It's a gorgeous picture, but it's sad at the same time. So one is to reduce our consumption of plastics and meat. Did you know the meat industry causes more water pollution than all other industries combined? So you typically think of water pollution as being from a chemical plant? No, it's a meat industry. That's worse than everything else put together. So food animals create 86,600 pounds of poop per second. That's a lot of poop. The meat industry also uses half of our potable water. Potable means drinking quality water. So in our country, half our water goes to the meat industry, which is just amazing. So if we ever need more water and have droughts, maybe we should not eat so much meat and use the water for ourselves. It takes 2,500 gallons of water to produce just 1 pound of meat. Rainforests are being cut down for space to raise animals, which is a shame because the rainforest is the lungs of our planet. We need it to take CO2 out of the air. Raising animals for food uses about a third of our energy. So it's, again, a lot of fossil fuels. That's why it creates so much CO2. And one hamburger is about the same amount of energy as going 20 miles in a gasoline-powered car. So just some fun meat facts. So other things you can do is use a steel water bottle. Like I use my reusable cup all the time. Even when I'm at school, I don't buy water bottles. I fill this up at a water refill station. So again, when you travel, bring your own water bottle. Don't buy them all the time. You don't need to waste all that plastic. Use reusable bags instead of getting plastic shopping bags. Just keep them in your car, and every time you go into the grocery store, take one in with you. I do it all the time, and now it's just become a habit. So I never get plastic bags. Plant trees. Stop cutting them down. So if you own a house, maybe plant a couple of trees. And if you have trees, please don't cut them down. Drive less, carpool more, use the light rail. So whenever we go downtown, we light rail. It's a lot of fun. We go to a lot of Diamondback games, and we always light rail down there. And it's fun to be with the other fans. Shop smart. Buy fuel-efficient cars. Or if you can, get a hybrid or an electric car so you won't use as much gasoline. Support alternative energy. I know a lot of you rent, so you can't buy solar panels right now, but you can still choose wind power with APS or solar power with APS or even SRP. So you can choose green energy sources. You can support clean energy. You can vote for people who support clean energy. So solar power and wind power, thumbs up to those. You can unplug things. If you have something plugged in that you don't use very often, you're still paying for the electricity to travel up and down the cord. So unplug it. Like in our spare bedroom, we have a clock and a lamp that we don't really need, so we unplug them. Chargers take up a lot of energy, so I unplug my charger when I'm not using it. Call your congressperson and senators. So let them know you support clean energy and that you want to lower our carbon footprint on this planet, and vote for those Congress people and senators who agree with those values. So in lab, you're going to calculate your carbon footprint. So don't worry about this slide. You're also going to calculate your water footprint in lab as well. But just to note, a soy burger, like a Beyond Burger or something like that, is only 160 liters of water to prepare, whereas a beef burger is 1,200 liters of water to prepare. So that's a lot of difference. So here's some more ways to make a difference in your environment, and it can even save you money and reduce your CO2 footprint, meaning how much CO2 you're responsible for putting into the air, by over 10,000 pounds per year. So again, we want to reduce our CO2, and you can save money at the same time. 1. Wash clothes in warm or cold water, not hot. Studies show you don't really need hot water. So use warm or cold and rinse with cold water. That can save you money as well because you're not having to pay for the hot water. Turn down your water heater. They tend to come at 140 degrees, which is just way too hot, and you're keeping that water that hot all day long and all night. 120 is fine. So you can still barely touch 120 degree water. So that's hot enough. So reduce that. That can save you money. 3, use the energy saving setting to dry your dishes if you have a dishwasher. Don't use the heat dry. In Arizona, we certainly don't need it. Also, run a full load of dishes, not half full. Saves you money. Don't overheat or overcool your rooms. Adjust your thermostat. Get it lower in the winter, around 70, higher in the summer, around 80. For every 2 degrees, you can save $20 a year, and that's even more in Arizona. You can actually save like $100 on your air conditioning easy if you set it higher in Arizona. So, also, don't forget to change your filter. If you have an apartment, make sure your landlord changes that filter. Okay, the dirty filters require the air conditioners to work harder, and that costs you more money. Number 5, buy energy efficient compact fluorescent bulbs or LED bulbs even. By replacing 6 of the old-fashioned incandescent bulbs, you can save $30 per year. Plus, they last longer and pay for themselves. If you have your own water heater, put a jacket around it, an insulating jacket. That can save you money as well. Number 7, install low flow shower heads so you lose less hot water so you don't have to heat up all that hot water. That can save you money. You can also do low flow toilets. We actually have those. We have a little button on top, a 1 or a 2 button for a little bit of water or a lot of water. So it's kind of like the convention center downtown Phoenix. They have 2 button toilets there as well. So those are becoming more and more popular. Low flow toilets, low flow shower heads, low flow sinks. These are all becoming more and more popular. If you have your own home, make sure your attic is insulated up to standards, because otherwise you're just losing all your heat in the winter and you're not keeping it cool in the summer. So attic insulation will pay for itself. And again, depending on your home, it could be up to $250, $200 that you're losing every year by having to run your AC more because your attic's not insulated. So make sure you're up to code. Number 9, plant trees next to your home, especially in front of a window so the sun doesn't shine on the window, which heats up your home. So we strategically planted some trees in front of our windows. So that just helps you with your heating and cooling bills. So that's nice. And it reduces your CO consumption. So yay for planting trees. When you buy a car, choose one that gets good gas mileage. Just to increase from 20 to 23 miles per gallon is $300 per year. So a 3 mile per gallon change is $300. So if you went up 10 miles per gallon, that's $1,000. Now, I went from a gas guzzling car to a Prius. So I went up about 30 miles per gallon. And so I saved about $3,000 on gas every year. Wow, that's huge, right? $3,000 in gasoline every year. That's huge. Number 11, reduce your trash. So buy minimally packaged goods. Try to choose reusable products over disposable ones like razors. Donate items to charity if they're still in good shape. Don't just throw them away. If you have good clothes or shoes, donate them. If you have furniture that's still in a good shape, donate it. Dishes, donate them. Don't just throw stuff away. So that's good to recycle and reuse things as much as possible, which is number 12, recycle. Recycle as much as possible. Depending on your city, recycle as much as you possibly can. That'll reduce your carbon or CO2 footprint. So, last of all, be informed about these things and vote for people who support these ideas. That is it for chapter 4. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little different than the other chapters, right? So I hope you enjoyed this chapter, and I'll see you later. Bye, 107 students.